Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are fine and safe. I am Dakshayani, handling biology from Bardasanath Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to discuss second chapter in 12th standard zoology, human reproduction, right? And in this session, we are going to discuss about the fertilization, right? So, can you guess what is this? What is this, children? Yes, it is a fertilization. So, it is a female gamete. What is a female gamete? Female gamete, it is a ovum, and this is the sperm. It is a sperm cell, right? So, the fusion of male gamete and the female gamete, we call it as fertilization. And here the male gamete, it's a sperm, and the female gamete is a ovum. And what is the nature of the gametes? The male gamete is haploid. Haploid means they have N chromosomes, right? And the egg cell also contains haploid in nature. So, they both fuse together. So, N plus N, 2N. So, they both fuse together to form a diploid zygote. Diploid zygote. So, what is fertilization, children? Fertilization is a fusion of haploid sperm and the haploid ovum to form a diploid zygote. This event we call it as fertilization. And now, just look into this picture. What you are seeing? Yes, very good. The sperm is swimming and it is approaching the egg, and it is entering into the egg membrane, right? So, but we have noticed the egg, the female egg consists of many layers. Imagine, this is a nucleus, this is a vitelline membrane, and again it is covered by the zona pellucida, and finally by the layer of follicle cells like this. A group of follicle cells are covering this like this, right? Like this, the eggs will be covered by the follicle cells. So, it is not possible for a sperm to penetrate easily into the egg. So, it undergoes some chemical reaction. That reaction we call it as capacitation. The ability of the sperm to penetrate into the egg, we call it as capacitation. It's a 2 more question, children, right? Before penetrating the egg, the chemical reaction takes place between the egg membranes and the sperm. That we call it as capacitation. And now we are going to study about the acrosomal action. We all know the structure of sperm, right? It consists of a oval head, a small middle piece, small neck, middle piece, and the tail, right? This is the structure of the sperm. And sperm head consists of a nucleus, and in the tip what we find? We found a acrosome. Acrosome. So, what happens when the egg, this is a egg membrane, and when the sperm, this is a sperm, when it approaches the egg membrane, what happens? And the follicles, you see the ovum, it consists of many follicle cells, children, in the outer membrane. These follicle cells are bind together by the hyaluronic acid. What is the acid name? Hyaluronic acid. So, what happens when the sperm reaches the egg membrane? It releases the acrosome. Acrosome comes out, and acrosome produces the enzyme called hyaluronidase. Hyaluronidase. This enzyme has a capacity to break down the hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, which is present on the follicle cells. So, this we call it as, this conversion we call it as acrosomal action. So, just look into this picture. The sperm is approaching the egg. It releases the acrosome. Acrosome, what it contains? Hyaluronic enzymes. The enzymatic reaction takes place between the both, and finally the membrane is ruptured, is destroyed, and the egg and the sperm nucleus enter into the egg membrane, this process. So, this is the acrosomal action. Understood, children? And now, we know the male produces millions of sperms, right? So, what happens if this is a egg and at a time if millions of sperms approaches? If millions of sperm approaches, what will happen? It will result in polyspermy. What means by polyspermy? Poly means many. Spermy refers to the sperm. So, if many sperms approach, it results in polyspermy. Only one sperm must penetrate into the egg. So, that only it will result in diploid zygote. So, here then how the other sperms are prevented? It is an important question, children, how polyspermy is prevented or how it is avoided in human beings. Just look into this picture, children. It is a normal fertilization membrane. So, here this is a fertilization membrane of the, it is a membrane of the egg. Now, what happens? The sperm penetrates. So, after the entry of the first sperm, what happens? This fertilization membrane become thick. Just to see the thickness, here it is only very less in thickness, but here it is more thick, so that the other sperms cannot enter into the egg. So, how polyspermy is prevented? After the entry of the sperm, the follicle cell surrounding the egg forms the what membrane? Fertilization membrane. What is the answer? Fertilization membrane. So, thus polyspermy is prevented. And now, what happens? After the egg and the sperms meet, and here also one important neat question is there, children. Where does the fertilization takes place? Right? You imagine a female reproductive system, and this is a what? This is the ampulla. Where is the ampulla here? Here. This is the ampulla. Right? So, this place at the same time the ovule must, the egg also must reach the ampulla, and at the same time the sperms also must travel and reach this place at the same time. So, fertilization takes place only when the egg and the sperm meet simultaneously in the ampulla of the fallopian tube. And now we are going to see the egg is released from the ovary, and then it slowly get travelled into the ampulla, and if it get fertilized, what happens? The fusion of gametes results in the formation of zygote. Here the zygote is formed, and later the zygote undergo cleavage. What do you mean by cleavage? Cleavage means cell division. The zygote divides into 2 blastomeres, then 4, 8, 16, like that the cell division takes place. So, at the 16th cell stage, it is an important one mark question, right? At the 16th cell stage, it appears a shape of a berry. Have you all seen a berries, children? Blueberries? Yes, like this. The shape will be like this, like we can see the structure outside like this. So, at the 16th cell stage, this zygote bears a berry shaped structure. That structure we call it as morula, right? So, after fertilization, to reach this morula stage, it takes nearly 72 hours. 72 hours means how many days, children? Yes, very good. Nearly 3 days it takes, right? Next, it is at the 16th cell stage. After 16th cell stage, what happens? Under the action of progesterone, just imagine, I am keeping this pen in the, imagine this is a fertilized egg, it is in the morula stage, I am holding it in a hand tightly, it is a fallopian tube. Now what happened? If I relax my hand, automatically this egg fell down. Likewise, under the action of progesterone, the muscles of the uterus, fallopian tube relaxes. So, automatically the egg starts moving from here to uterus for implantation. So, while moving also the cell division takes place. So, when it is here in this region of the isthmus, it is in the 16th cell stage, that is in the morula. But when it reaches the uterus for implantation, from the 16th cell stage it get multiplied into the 100 cell stage and get implantation. What is implantation? the attachment of the blastocyst. What is the blastocyst? Now that 16 at the 100 cell stage, here it is called as a blastocyst. Just look at this picture, children. So, at first 3 days, what is formed after fertilization? Morula is formed. Then again another 3 days, as totally 6 days, blastocyst is formed and is implanted. Now, we can discuss about the cleavage of the zygote. Okay, children, just look into this picture. It is a fertilized egg. It is a fertilized egg, right? It consists of the nucleus of both egg and the sperm. And now what happens? It divides into two. This is the 2 cell stage, and this each cell we call it as a blastomere. What we call? Blastomere. And from the 2 cell stage it becomes 4 cell stage, right? Can you see the 4 cells here? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then 4 cell, again it become 8. Then 16. At the 16th cell stage what happens? Or what is the structure called? Yes, after 72 hours it attains a structure about 16 cell stage. That structure we call it as morula. Morula. And after again 3 days, more than 72 hours, again it become a structure called blastocyst, right? It is the fluid filled structure. Now let us study about the structure of the blastocyst. Just look into this picture, children. This is the structure of the blastocyst. How it is looking like? Yes, here you can see only the single layer of the flattened cells. Single layer of flattened cells on one side, and fully fluid is filled, and at the one side you can see the mass of 20 to 30 cells on the one side, like this. Mass of 20 to 30 cells. And this thin layer of flattened cells we call it as trophoblast. What we call? Trophoblast. It is responsible for forming placenta. And this one, the group of cells we call it as a inner cell mass. So, after implantation, what happens? This trophoblast is responsible for forming the placenta, and this inner cell mass is the embryo. It develops into the embryo. And now, one important topic is there. What is ectopic pregnancy? If the pregnancy takes place outside if the implantation takes place outside the uterus, we can say it as a ectopic pregnancy. Just look into this picture, children. Where the egg must be implanted? The egg must be implanted into the uterus, uterine cavity. But unfortunately, due to the hormonal disorder, other than the uterus, the egg get implanted. For example, it get implanted in this isthmus region, sometimes in that isthmus tube, in the ampullary tube, sometimes it comes back again to the ovaries, sometimes in the cervical canal. And here what will happen? After sometimes it cannot grow, and it results in abortion, right, children? So now, and majority of the ectopic pregnancy takes place in the fallopian tube only. Majority of, because fertilization will take place, but due to the hormonal disorders, the fallopian tube will not expand. So automatically what happens? The egg will be stayed there itself in the fallopian tube. Now what happens? After sometimes the division takes place and it causes damage to the fallopian tube. The fallopian tube may get damaged, and the child, so the woman may be suffering from infections, right? She may get an infection due to the rupture of the fallopian tube, and if not treated, it may result in death. So, what are all the topics we discussed, children? What is capacitation, right? What is fertilization? How polyspermy is prevented, and then what is ectopic pregnancies. So, now let us discuss some of the questions related to this topic. So, Jitesh, just answer my question. After fertilization, which changes prevent the entry of other sperms into the oocyte? Yes? Yeah, very good. Fertilization membrane. Yes, very good. Fertilization Membrane prevents the entry. Yes, if the egg is here, many sperms approaches, but after the entry of one sperm, what is formed? Fertilization membrane. Yes, very good. Next, the division of zygote forms a 16 cell stage. 16 cell stage, what is the daughter cells called? Very good, Kalai. What is the answer? That structure we call it as morula, but individual cell we call it as blastomeres. And acrosomal reaction of the sperm occurs due to. When the acrosomal reaction takes place? Yes, when the sperm contacts with the outermost layer of the egg. Next, morula is a developmental stage between zygote and the blastocyst. Where the morula stage comes? Between zygote and the blastocyst. Yes, very good. And some more questions. The membranous cover of the ovum at the ovulation. At the time of ovulation, what is covered? Corona radiata. Very good. Corona radiata. And acrosome, what is the main role of acrosome? Helps in the penetration of the egg. So, apart from this, 1 marks, some other questions also here. What is capacitation? How fertilization is avoided? Explain the events of fertilization. You have to draw cell by cell and in the uterus. Next, what is ectopic pregnancy? Okay, children. With this session comes to an end. We have discussed about the process of fertilization, right, and implantation, and we have discussed the questions related to this session also. Thank you for your cooperation, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.